do you guys manage your work sleep schedule in high school? I think that's a very important topic for a lot of high schools.
I think that's a really good question. I'm going to push back on the phrase that Ben used about too much work that you can't really sleep, because that sounds like a bad idea to me personally. When you go into a test, like, you need to have enough sleep to perform well on the test. And I think that people who have like good sleep schedules and like good, all other sorts of wellness, like eating and relaxing and exercising, those people always do better in school. Like, I don't know anyone who doesn't sleep who actually does good in school, especially if they don't sleep to study. And if you're studying at 4 a.m., there's probably another issue beyond just having too much work that day. Maybe you need to take one easier class, because colleges are not counting the number of AP tests or classes you're taking. Maybe you need to like not be in 10 activities, but I think during no years of your life should you like not sleep because you think that it's going to make you more productive or successful, because it's probably going to turn out badly for your grades and performance and happiness.
Yeah, first, just give me like a thumbs up or a nod if you guys can hear me. I just want to check. Okay, sweet. I'm glad to hear that. So I'm totally on board with what Andrew said. Especially in high school, you should not be so overworked or burnt out that, you're missing out on sleep and you're not living a healthy life. College kind of only gets harder than high school. So if that's happening to you in high school, I think you should totally cut back. One example I like to give people is in my senior year. I did the IB program. That's what my high school offered. So I was taking 6 IB classes plus orchestra and an elective my senior year. And the elective was a service learning class that I really enjoyed. I'd done it my sophomore and my junior years. And I got to my senior year and I was like, I'm just too burnt out for this class. I just couldn't handle it anymore. So I dropped the class. And I think that's the only class I've ever like fully dropped in my life without exchanging it for something. And I just took a study hall instead. And I think that was an amazing decision, because I got to that class every day and I was just totally exhausted. Like, I was not able to contribute anything. And so I feel like if you're at that point, then you should cut back somewhere. It may not be with the class, it might be with an extracurricular. Maybe you need to take a step back and just reevaluate and see if there's something that I can cut back, then I probably should, if it's, really being detrimental to my life. Because like I said, college only gets harder, in my opinion. So, learning how to step back and say no is honestly a really useful skill to develop.
Yeah, I would echo that like 2,000%. I definitely agree with Andrew. It's like very, very important when you're a teenager to be sleeping enough. Like, I cannot stress enough how critical that is to like your development, like in every single way. And yeah, also what Drew was saying, like, know your boundaries. Like, if you are staying up super late every night, like, check in with yourself. Like, why are you doing that? Like, are you doing something on the weekend that like you could rearrange? Like, are you doing too many things during the day? Like, find time to make a schedule for yourself and prepare. I think like preparation and like thinking ahead is like the best skill you can develop in high school that will like really, really serve you in college. The ability to like start working on an essay weeks before it's due, not like 2 nights before. Definitely like would really stress that. Like, not like learning what your procrastinating tendencies are, if you have them, and then figuring out how you can combat them. Like, kind of like this meta exercise in like studying how you study, so you can be better at it. Yeah, I would just definitely like take some time and figure out like what is working for you and what's not, and then go from there.
I'm not sure if I can say with a clear conscience that I've like avoided burnout this semester. I'm definitely feeling it. Finals week coming up next week. But I think as far as study habits go in college, it's really important to maintain a schedule of when you want to get things done by. Not exactly something I did in high school, but as far as time management goes in college, it is really important to have a plan for each day, what you want to accomplish, and do your best not to fall behind. It's also important to be realistic in these plans that you create for yourself, so that you're still working hard, but not disappointing yourself.